Rambling in the Bramble. Hey, good morning, people. Today I wanted to talk about media literacy, and the need for media literacy and the teaching and the education of it, and basically to use critical thinking skills and critically analyze, news stories, in the mass media, the mainstream media. Could be talk radio, cable TV and everything. Because in a day of, alternate facts, depending on, which news source and news outlet you're listening to, and fake news and things like that, I think media literacy and teaching media literacy, is more important than ever, to educate oneself in, taking apart these stories and analyzing them to determine what's true and what's not. And I'm not an educator, I'm not a journalist. I'm just throwing it out there, in what I believe to be the importance of it. This isn't a lesson in it. It's just throwing out and putting the discussion up. And like I said, I'm not an expert, so it's being discussed more and more, with the divisiveness and the polarization of, our society and our country. And from what I'm aware of, it is more common and being brought into schools and, being taught, but I believe it's needed more than ever. Yeah, so from what I'm aware, it has been brought into and become more prevalent and, depending on the state and the municipality, as far as the teaching of media literacy. And, but I believe, not only for students, for kids, I believe it definitely should be more prevalent in, say, like community education, continuing education for adults. Because, like I said, there's so much disinformation and falsehoods in media, with a lot of it being driven by, by revenue and money and who gets the ratings and who gets the advertising dollars, so that's where the incentives are, and people are going to buy into. A lot of people are, I don't want to put people down or be, and I don't want to generalize too much, but a lot of people are naive on, when they're listening to talk radio. I've known people, I've had friends and relatives, that don't know they're being, BS'd and, take things really seriously, or take, for an example, when Rush Limbaugh was around, he himself admitted he was an entertainer, and wasn't a journalist. And he knew it was irresponsible, in my opinion. He was making money hand over fist, just spewing out all kinds of inaccuracies and misinformation and totally one-sided and biased. And I knew people that fell for it hook, line, and sinker, and it creates issues, and it creates, their families, divisions between family and friends. It, breaks up relationships, and, it's totally unnecessary. So people really need to be educated and aware of media literacy and, how to critically dissect things and break them apart. think it's gonna, it's gonna promote a better nation, a better world. And yeah, so the importance of media literacy. I just wanted to add my 2 cents in. Again, I'm not an educator, I'm not a journalist, but I think it's, it's pretty straightforward, and it's a pretty much common sense in today's society, especially what's been going on in the country, and some of the craziness. But yeah, media literacy and media literacy education. Let me know what you think. If you're into it, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'd like to get people's thoughts on the topic and on the subject. And thanks a lot, and take care. Have a great one. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.